Yello, and welcome to episode 20 of my Hardspace Shipbreakers playthrough. So, I have been busy. Let's open this up. I am very, very close. I have 767 MP to get, or I have 767 MP with 975 needed to get to rank 30. So hopefully a single mackerel, assuming that we can find one in the ship catalogue, is all we need to do that. We have loads of Lynx tokens spare. We have fully upgraded all of our equipment. Beluga is ready, bar one piece of the equipment that is actually needed still. So, let's go back to our routes, assuming we can find a ship. I have used some spares, unfortunately. Okay, there's an exit lab, so we at least have a mackerel. Heavy cargo. So we have a choice. Do we want to go for an exolab, which is worth more, or the heavy cargo, which may very well be the more painful one to do? Let's go for the heavy cargo, methinks. Methinks. So yeah, this should be the finale. Once we've got ourselves to 30, we'll finish off Beluga and we'll finish our contract. I'm thinking this is just a base. I haven't checked, but I'm very sure this is just a base. But yeah, that leads to the question of what we're going to do next week. Next Friday, I'm going to be live streaming. So it's the 27th of September here for me at the moment. I usually record around about 10 days in advance.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
And it should be released on the 7th for you guys. So on the 14th, next week for you guys, 2 weeks on Friday for me, we'll do our first live stream. I will be doing it on YouTube. I was thinking about it for a while, and I've never really liked Twitch all that much, ever since the whole bleed purple stuff. It always felt like Twitch is always trying to manipulate people, manipulate audiences to give money for FOMO, whatnot else. The last straw for me was really when they introduced hype trains, which is clearly a effort to use fear of missing out to force people or to try and encourage, let's be charitable, encourage people to part with their money. But anyway, so yeah, we'll be doing this on YouTube. YouTube only allows 16:9 aspect ratio, but that's usually how I stream it anyway. I will be trying to game on my usual resolution, and my OBS setup is set up in such a way that I should be able to just swap between screens if we need to. Okay, has a fuel valve connected. As for what we're going to stream, factory games. We are going to be streaming factory games, or at least a factories game. Which one will depend on whether or not we can get it to work. So, order of operations, the first one we're going to try is Tectonica. This isn't actually out in early access yet, but basically a alpha test version that they originally had a while ago. They put out as a demo that you can download. So I've already downloaded that. So we'll see whether or not we can get it to run on multi-monitor first. But so long as we can get it to run, then that's all I'm going to care about as far as streaming is going. As long as I can get it to run and look halfway decent on 16:9, then we will indeed stream it. If we have some kind of issue though, that's going to require us to change our desktop resolution, we'll just skip over to the next one. The next one is Foundry, which is more or less the same deal. There was an alpha release, it's not quite in early access yet, I don't think it's quite as close to being in early access as Tectonica is, but that's our fallback. And if those don't work, we have Timberborn, Infospace, Junkpunk, Captains of Industry, and Industry of Titans that I will want to look at some point. And we shall investigate things as we come to them. Okay, let's get inside this thing.
Credits awarded.
So this will be the question. Where are you? There you are. The question is quite simply whether or not we can even depressurize this thing without just blowing the hole or blowing a hole in the outside of the hull and sending it flying. In terms of when I'll be streaming, I'm going to be streaming roughly the same time that I would usually be recording, which will unfortunately be 9 AM British time, but I'll be going through the afternoon till about 2-3 AM. Principal reason is because on Sunday evening I sometimes go out and have dinner with the family, so I can't very well be streaming in the evening. I have to be streaming in the morning. Okay. Where are you? Are you broken? Okay, that one is okay. That's hopeful. So reactor. Where are you? There you are. Oh, wonderful. That makes things easier. That makes things so much easier. Okay. Right. So this thing will break. There does look like there's a door here, so we want to be taking this off, and then we can depressurize this entire area. Cut the bottom out of the ship, get everything loose in here, down below us. And then we can open the door. Sometimes you can just straight up not depressurize these ones safely.
Air pressure level decreasing.
And you have to do it in a dangerous fashion. Let's get this thing open.
Airlock depressurizing.
Yeah, that'll release this floor here. This floor isn't connected to the floor behind us. We want to be careful not to detach the reactor or the batteries because we are going to need those to open that door. We'll only do these three. Can I cancel this? I want to cancel this.
Accepted for processing.
I don't want to throw it. Now it's touching me. It's going to try and smack me. I want to change tool. I want to cancel that. I don't want to fling it. I've changed my mind. There we go. That's fine. If you can let me rip that off, then I can have this back. I didn't see the last thing was attached to it. There we go.
Valuable
Saved.
object accepted for processing.
Yeah, anyway, that is the plan.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
So all we really need to do is clear out the immediate nearby bit. I'm hoping because we're effectively going to be venting internally to internally that we should be able, or that the ship itself isn't going to move. God damn you. How can you have so much mass and inertia? Yep. Less than. Get in there.
Material deposited.
I entirely lost track of what I was saying thanks to that rogue asteroid. Never mind. I'm expecting this to probably take a couple of shifts. I think it's now safe to open up the cockpit. Now, why is the light on this turned off? We can still turn it. Oh, balls. Okay, good. We didn't destroy it. Everything is depressurized. Good. Okay, let's get cutting.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
We're going to want to cut this because there's technically two
Applying credit.
things here. Can we just cut that? No, we've got to cut the actual, cut this. Actually, we probably can cut that, but we need to do, we need to do it with these things. Can we really not get in there to put that?
5 minutes left, Cutter. All good? Good. Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Oh, why was I eating these things in the hard way? We have an open bottom. We didn't need to do this the hard way.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Yeet!
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Whoops. That fingered the F. Are things still lit up? Yeah, there must be batteries in there.
Credit to account.
There usually would be. So that's a good job that there's batteries in there because we forgot to do that. Wouldn't have been able to get it out if we had taken the batteries out first. Order of operations. We almost messed it up.
Salvage secured.
Okay,
Credits deposited.
let's get this roof off. I'm going to try to go for a 100% salvage, which means I need every little thing and I need to not accidentally break anything. What are you? What are you doing down there? Oh wait, no, we did just fling you down there. That was entirely my bad.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Are you stuck underneath it? Did you phase through?
Warning, you are approaching the outer limits of your work bay.
It's stuck. I don't think we're going to be able to fully salvage it now. It is welded to this thing. Oh, nope, we've got it out.
Material accepted.
Okay. We have all the lights at the top of this. That does want to go into the process as well. Ah, the doors. We're never going to be able to get the doors.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Well, we'll get as close to 100% as we can.
Salvage 1 minute left on the clock, Cutter. 1 minute.
I remember seeing a way to get into the side areas so that I can disconnect the cells.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
I think we're just going to have to break through these in a way that doesn't hit something explosive. Which is fine.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Let's not. Just because of the timeout. Oh, we've already destroyed a small amount of nanocarbon, so we're not going to get 100%. We might be able to do this in 2 shifts. Might take us 3.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Today's weather report, clear and sunny, with a high of minus 270 degrees.
Oh yeah, that's enough. I didn't actually check that when I grabbed the ship, whether or not we would get enough MP to be able to reach level 20. Okay, so I was working on this one. Let's do it that way. Okay, and then we can start opening things up from
Credits awarded.
this side if we need to, but first things first. That's what we're looking for. Okay. I'm not happy cutting that out while this is here. This may still explode, even just trying to get this. Actually, can you bend sideways and stay like that for a moment? Stupid thing. Why'd you bend inwards? There we go. That's coming out.
Object processed. Transferring credits. Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Okay.
Salvage secured.
making sure I did actually depressurize it. Can't see anything explosive over there. Let's make sure we aim to that. Hopefully there's batteries on the other side, but I don't think... because that would have just disconnected them. I don't think that thing is dependent upon batteries. We can get in safely here. Need to make sure we don't hit the pipeline. Come through towards me the way that I pull you, please. Okay. Well, there's no batteries on this side, but hopefully we can still use this. Good. Okay, and let's get this out.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Salvage accepted. Credits applied.
I think we might be a little lucky to get everything done in this shift.
Deposit registered.
I think we're going to need a cleanup shift.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Stupid thing. Look what it did. Tilted the entire ship. Everything was so nice and neat.
Object. Applying
Now
credit.
everything's all over the place. This may actually be beneficial.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Because it means we can now get these out easily.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And then we can just yeet the entire thing in. Because everything connected to that,
Salvage deposit confirmed.
aside from the lights,
Applying credit.
does indeed
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
want to go in there. This thing accepted. Okay, it's too heavy for me to yeet, so do not in any circumstances yeet it.
Transferred.
But it's far enough forward that I think that's not going to be a problem. And the batteries are all on the other side. That's fine. I'm going to get them in a second. Do we want to try and do the same thing on this one? This is a little bit more dangerous owing to all of the explosive things here. As long as we're careful. Aim our laser away from the thing slightly. Try not to fire through it. I thought all the batteries were on the other side, not this side. I don't remember. Oh, right, they're on the inside. Okay.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Yeah, there they are. Bar just to my right. Nope, it's above me.
Salvage deposited. Applying credits.
Is this thing still attached? It is not. We do need to cut the glass out of it.
Minutes left, Cutter. You know what you're doing? Okay. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Okay, there's one more battery somewhere nearby.
Processing object.
There it is.
Applying credits to account. Salvage deposit registered.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a cleanup. Where's the jack?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Yeah, we're going to need one more shift to clean up what remains. This is going to be another large chunk, but we've also got a bunch of stuff in there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Object processed. Transferring credits.
Okay. This can come off the wall.
credited. Valuable object accepted for processing.
This actually works out well.
Transferring credits.
All of that we can put in together. And from here, it's actually going to be relatively easy.
Salvage goal achieved.
Clear the cockpit out.
Rewards allocated. 1 minute left.
I mean, if I
Cutter.
really rush this and I get it well, I could, in theory, get the all of this out and that thing yeeted in.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
But I need all of this to stay put, not keep rotating.
Salvage goal fully completed. Rewards assigned.
And then hope that the furnace can process this all in like 20 seconds.
Applying credit to account.
It's going to be close to 10 seconds. We're not going to get it all. There's 3 more things in here.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Okay, we've got one more shift to clean it up. Not much left in there.
New certification level attained.
Outstanding.
Level increased.
Anything happen other than an achievement? I assume it gave me an achievement. I'm most disappointed if it didn't give me an achievement.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
Okay. Let's pick what remains in this bone and then throw the bone into the furnace. I've never actually caught that through its full firing sequence. I've only ever noticed it firing at the last moment and then caught the aftermath. I'm sure it must like have a schedule. It's like it fires every X number of shifts or something.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Okay, is that everything? Oh, we just got mini-me. Everything bar this. Now, how heavy is all of this? Can't be that heavy because I can turn it. And aim. And fire. Accidentally gave it a bit of spin, but hopefully hitting that will correct it. There we go.
Deposit accepted.
Bullseye. Yeah, was never going to get the doors. It seems to think there's a chunk that we haven't put in yet. That'll be it. How did you bounce all the way up there? And I assume... Okay, yeah, you're just a... Just a piece of hull. You've not got anything attached to it.
Processing valuable deposit.
Still looks like there's a sliver remaining. That's a light. If there is anything remaining, I cannot see it. Yeah, there's a little bit remaining. Still 99.8%. I will take that. Okay. It is time.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Lynx mandates a maximum of 8 hours of sleep. Any extra sleep time will be docked from the next pay cycle.
So first things first, did we actually recover data? I don't remember picking this up, but I may just not remember picking it up.
Got a crack in your mask, go and tear in your suit. Buy Lynx branded gear with your hard-earned loot.
Lynx branded gear. It's a cut above the rest.
RV reminder, solarday.railmail. To Lynx all from Mortimer Corney. RV, reminder, Solar Day statutory holiday cancelled. Greetings friends and valued co-workers. Just a friendly reminder that all Lynx employees, excluding the executive team, are expected to report to work on Solar Day this year. What an excited way to celebrate and honour the true lifeblood of our solar system. Let's do our sun proud and continue our pursuit of pushing man or humankind deeper into the galaxy one additional day this year. Exciting times indeed. Your pal, Morty. Mortimer Corney, Communications Director, Internal Communications, Lynx. We're revoking your holiday, but don't worry, the executive team still get the break. Okay. We must bring a friend with us. It is the only thing we are missing.
Let me know. Congrats! You got this ship off life support. I formally award you with the title of Junior Ship Surgeon.
Congratulations, your ship is gate ready. Let's just exit out in case... Yeah, no, nothing. Just in case something happens. Contract status, ready to terminate. We've already read all of this, but let's go through the details. We have been employed for 136 shifts. Almost half of that was between last episode and this one. It was at 70 something last time I checked it. We have used a total of 6 spares. We have earned a lot of tokens. We have completed every salvage goal put our way. We have completed 30 ships. We have no debt, and we have earned a lot of credits. Let us end our contract. Are you sure you want to terminate your contract with Lynx effective immediately? Yes.
Be advised, upon confirmation, employment termination is effective immediately.
RE, termination of employment with Lynx Corporation. By continuing, you, Shipbreaker 9346-52, henceforth referred to as employee, will confirm that your employment with Lynx Corporation, henceforth referred to as Lynx, is terminated, effective immediately. The agreement shall not in any way be constituted as an admission on the part of Lynx that it wrongfully or in any manner or fashion whatsoever violated any law or obligation to the employee. Lynx specifically denies that it has violated any law or obligation related to its employees, of the employee, and to the employee's separation from employment. Payment and remaining bank account balance. Employee may submit a written request to be paid the remaining account balance owed to you, less required deductions, up to and including the termination date. Requests may take 1 to 2 months to process and are subject to review by Lynx Corporation Accounting Department. Everworks protection. Upon terminating your employment, your status within Lynx Everwork program will also be terminated. Your backup genetic data will be archived. Employees will not be granted copies of this data. You are encouraged to make arrangements for replacement health insurance or other protections, as Lynx cannot accept any liability in relation to personal injury, sickness, or cessation of vital life functions once your employment has been terminated. Equipment. Immediately upon signature of this agreement, the employee will return all Lynx property and information received in the course of employment with Lynx, including, without limitation, tools, equipment, resources, supplies, documentations, decorative items, employee identifications, access cards, and other such materials, and shall retain no copy of any such property or information. Employees responsible for ensuring all of the above properties be returned in good condition. But I bought my equipment. Do I get to keep my equipment? Liabilities. The employee waiver. The employee waivers and acknowledges full satisfaction of all claims against Lynx, including, without limitation, those claims concerning the employee's employment contracts, and mutual termination thereof, both with respect to the procedure or the form of the mutual termination, and the reason of such mutual termination, which the employee may have, without whether implied by law or pursuant to the provisions of the employee's employment agreement or any other documentation or documents. Confidential information. As used in this agreement, confidential information means non-public information belonging to Lynx or any affiliated person or entities, together the affiliates, which is of value to any of the affiliates in the course of conducting its business, and the disclosure of which could result in a competitive or other disadvantage to any of the affiliates. The employee understands and agrees that employment with Lynx created a relationship of confidence and trust between the employee and Lynx with respect to all confidential information, documents and records, etc. All documents, records, data, apparatus, equipment, and other physical property, whether or not permitted or pertaining to confidential information, which are or were furnished to the employee by any of the affiliates, or were produced by the employee in connection with the employment and Lynx with Lynx, will be and remain the sole property of Lynx. Hang on a second. Any equipment or physical property, whether pertaining to confidential information, which are or were furnished to the employee by the affiliates or produced by the employment. What about the spare? And remain the sole property of Lynx. The employee will return to Lynx all such materials and properties. The employee will not retain any such materials or properties or any copy thereof after such termination. Independent legal counsel. You confirm that you have sought and obtained independent legal counsel with respect to the details and provisions of evidence by this release. Understanding of the agreement. I hereby declare that I have read fully and understand this agreement and hereby accept said terms as described above. I have read and accepted the terms outlined above. Why do I get the feeling that this bit here, physical property, is going to include the spare?
Termination acknowledged. To finalize, insert your employee card into the card reader.
What was that? I want to see what that was.
has been terminated. All systems access and communication privileges are revoked. Please remove all personal belongings from the habitation module.
Oh, it's just this making a noise. The armadillo key. So we do get to keep the suit because we bought it. I wonder what happens if we never actually bought the suit during the course of our tenure. Are you sure you want to leave? It says on the left-hand screen. Yes. I'll fix the scaling of this in post. It's stretched.
Cutter, if you're hearing this, it means you and Beulah are well on your way. Away from Morgan Station, away from Lynx. Hopefully, I'm sipping pina coladas surface side right now, watching the nephews splash in the waves. You know, when I first took up the foreman gig, I figured it was for the money. Then, it got so the money didn't matter. What mattered most was doing right by all you kids coming up. I was already starting to understand that the game's rigged. You know, Lou was right all along. If I could go back and do right by her, I surely would. Folks like her, who fight tooth and nail for the good of others, they keep the rest of this world honest. Without them, well, let's just say that honesty doesn't exactly occur in abundance naturally. What you're embarking on right now is the dream. And you earned it with your own sweat and blood. You're heading into the great wide open. And from here on out, you got no master but yourself. Now, that doesn't mean it's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows. There's as much bad as good out there. As much failure as opportunity. As many enemies as friends. But I know if anyone can make it out there, it's you. I wish I could see what you do. What you make of yourself. Just promise me one thing. When you get to wherever it is you're going, you send me a postcard. Weaver out.
That'll be that. So, thank you very much for watching. I've enjoyed all of this. As I said, next week we are going to be starting live streams. I don't know how much I'll keep them up, but that is the plan. So on the 14th of October, we'll be giving Tectonica a try. We'll be giving the demo a try specifically. If it comes out in early access, I might just grab the early access and try that. I'm not sure, but either way, that's the first plan. If for whatever reason we cannot get Tectonica to work, then our next game will be Foundry. And then after that, I'll have a look at one of the other 5 factory building games and see which one seems good to us. But yeah, this has been a fun experience. This is very much a unique game and I really like it. There needs to be more games like this, for sure. We do know that Blackbird Interactive is working on, I think it's Blackbird, I think Focus is the publisher, I think Blackbird is the developer. They are working on Homeworld 3, which should be released next year. It's been pushed back a little. Not sure whether or not I'll certainly do a look at on this channel, but I don't know if I'll do a playthrough just because it's a RTS. It's a story-based a fairly story-based RTS, but it is an RTS, so I don't know. Maybe that's something to stream. But yeah, we'll be keeping up Elden Ring until that's finished, and we'll be keeping up Monster Hunter Rise until that's finished. Both of those have probably got a good couple of months left in them at least, I think. But I still need to decide what I'm going to... I'm still leaning towards Ixion. What I'm going to be adding to the playlist in November. The current way I'm thinking is in November we'll continue, or we'll still be doing the live streams, that's the plan. And I will probably be live streaming Sonic Frontier. That's what I'm thinking at least. And we'll keep Harvest Stella for just stuff or a game I want to play in my own time. And then Ixion can fill in for whichever slot finishes first. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's have a quick look at all of this. There's probably not a massive amount of credits. Concept art. Special thanks to early access players, members. Many ships were harmed in the making of this game. Shipbreakers is inspired in part by real-world industry of shipbreaking. Okay, restoring Shipbreaker 9346-52 from last genetic backup. Proceed with replacing memory records with work templates. No. Yes, so basically they've cloned me. Yes, replace memory records, proceed with a fresh start. Where's that going to throw me? That's just... Oh, this is the career. I think it's just going to throw me back into before I ended the game. Anyway, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show, the series, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Cheerio.